This is Comcast Local Edition. I'm Jack Hansen. Elections are coming up pretty soon. Been a lot of controversy about elections around the country. Even in Sunnyvale, there are things that are happening that could be changed, could be better. Chris Moylan is with us right now. He's on the city council, newly elected only a few months ago. And Chris, this is an issue you're concerned about, isn't it?
It's an issue that some of our citizens are concerned about. They've requested that we put it on the study calendar for this year, and so we are going to study a series of possible changes in the way we do elections. Hopefully we'll get to hear from both sides and make the right call.
Well, what's been the problem before this?
I'm not sure we could identify a problem. We're just responding to a citizen concern.
Just general dissatisfaction with the way the elections have gone?
I think it's more a case that Sunnyvale does things differently from a lot of other cities. And a lot of the citizens would like us to examine whether that's really a good idea, and should we keep doing things the way we've been doing, or perhaps switch the way we've been doing it to a couple of different things.
Well, what's different?
The most unusual thing probably is that our city council seats are specifically numbered seats but don't represent districts, so that a candidate runs for seat number X, seat number Y, but then it represents the whole city. Most of the cities around us, everyone runs in a big group, and the top N people win. In Sunnyvale, and also I think in Santa Clara, people run for these specifically targeted seats. A number of citizens have requested that we look into possibly examining if that's the right way to do it.
Do you mean to say that you would be running for chair number 5?
Yes, I hold seat number 2, and I had to run for seat number 2 and run only against those other people that ran for seat number 2.
That is an interesting way of doing things.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual.
Yeah. Now, this is your first time into politics, I understand.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
What made you get into politics in the first place?
Well, my parents were always involved in the community when I was a kid. My father was always on the zoning board, and my mom was always working to pass bond issues. So when I grew up,
hear them around the house talking about politics.
Of course.
Yeah.
So it was something that you did. So I guess I just kind of fell into it on the basis of my role models.
Yeah, but you still had to make that decision to
run
for an office and put yourself out there and say, vote for me. That's not easy for someone who hasn't done that before.
No. If we didn't have term limits so that seats opened up in the council, I'm sure I never would have done it. But the fact is, some people get termed out and someone else has to go in there and fill the job. So I decided to do that.
Okay, when you ran for election yourself, did you go out door to door? I mean, how did you run your campaign that would be different if you changed some of the ways of making elections?
I certainly did go out door to door. I spent months going door to door, and I think most of the other people who run for council do it too. And so I'm not sure that would really change if, for example, the council decided that it was a good idea to switch the seats. People would still probably run for office the same way. The question is, would different people get selected?
Yeah.
There have been cases, on the one hand, some people have said they think the current system makes incumbents more vulnerable, which I think is a good thing. On the other hand, there have been citizens who said that their two favorite candidates were running for the same seat once, and they couldn't vote for them both. So I'm not sure which is the best system, but hopefully if we do this study, we'll find out.
Okay. Into politics now 4.5 months or 5 months ago, and you went in there, you shook hands with everybody and said, let's all work together, and I'm the new kid on the block.
Right.
And you went from there.
That's right.
How's it going?
Oh, so far they've been very nice to me. I should, of course, point out that I'm not here today representing the whole city council.
I understand
I'm just
that.
representing myself.
Representing yourself. Chair number 2.
Chair number 2, that's
Got
it. They've been very kind to me so far. It's been a nice experience.
Yeah.
And in particular, my new colleague, Tony Spitaleri, who also just got elected, he started an excellent tradition that if the meeting goes short enough, we adjourn to his favorite restaurant and have some pizza or something to drink, and that's really nice.
Now you're learning about politics, Chris. Now you've got it down.
You can always convince me to eat a pizza for any cause.
Well, congratulations on your first step into politics. Nice to have you here. And we'll hope that everything goes well in Sunnyvale, where my father used to pick fruit for 25 cents an hour and never let me forget it. Chris Moylan's been our guest. He's with the Sunnyvale City Council. Thanks for watching Comcast Local Edition.
Thanks.